Protesters back here in Portland gathered, urging U.S. leaders to not go to war with Iran. Fox 12's Tyler DuMont was at the downtown demonstration and tells us what participants had to say.
Protesters gathered downtown here around 5 o'clock this evening. They listened to community speakers for about an hour and then chanted together, calling for an end to military action in the Middle East.
Stop war! Stop war! Stop war!
Demonstrators gathered in downtown Portland a day after a drone strike in Baghdad, Iraq, took out Qasem Soleimani, a top Iranian commander.
Most of the people are here because they fear that a war is about to take place. And that fear is a fear that we could be actually entering into World War III.
The protest, organized by Portland Democratic Socialists of America, attracted hundreds in the city's Terry Shrunk Plaza, many of them holding signs opposing further military action in the Middle East.
I think this is going to really spike hate crimes against Middle Eastern communities in the U.S.
The Pentagon says Soleimani was responsible for the deaths of hundreds of Americans and their allies, and an attack on the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad on New Year's Eve. President Trump, who said he ordered the airstrike, has defended the move, saying the Iranian commander was planning, quote, imminent and sinister attacks.
We took action last night to stop a war. We did not take action to start a war.
But Friday, demonstrators in the city disagreed, calling the strike a, quote, assassination and, quote, illegal act of war.
I don't think this administration realizes what havoc it's going to wreak on the region.
Sahar Yarjani Maranovich was one of the speakers and says she was born in Tehran, Iran's capital city, and fears destabilization in the region. Her parents are still there.
They have been living in fear for a very long time, and this is a major drastic step that makes things a little bit more real now. So tensions are extremely high.
And in light of threats of retaliation from Iranian leaders, Portland police tell Fox 12 that officers are being briefed on the developments and extra patrols are being routinely provided. The Portland division of the FBI also tells me they have no credible threat to our area at this time, but they are urging citizens to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity. Reporting in downtown Portland, Tyler DuMont, Fox 12 Oregon.
Oregon's lawmakers are now responding to the situation with Iran. Senator Ron Wyden issued a statement about the airstrike, saying in part, quote, Qasem Soleimani was a bad man with a lot of blood on his hands, but Donald Trump's decision to assassinate him was a reckless escalation that will take us further down the road to ruinous war. Representative Greg Walden, who is Oregon's only Republican in Congress, released a statement that reads in part, quote, it's obvious Iran will respond and America must be vigilant. It's important that Congress gets a full briefing on the situation and the administration's strategy going forward. And the U.S. men's soccer team announced that it will delay a January training camp in Qatar because of the, quote, developing situation in the region. The statement went on to say that organizations are working to find a different time to visit the facilities.